Alright, and hello everybody, I'm the Super27 and welcome to another Dokkan Battle video. Today we are tackling the EZA event for BARDOCK. Now, he is weak against Terrifying Conquerors, which actually isn't too difficult to do. This is the lineup that you're going to be running today, so without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into his kit. So, this is Raging Counterattack BARDOCK. He leads Revenge or Low Class Warriors, 4 key and 170 stats. Both of those are pretty weak categories, not gonna lie. And hate to be the bearer of bad news, this guy isn't the savior for them. On his super attack effect, it is the Riot Smash, which is a physical. That is something that I'm going to start pointing out what like type of super attack it is, because Kid Buu makes this guy's base form completely worthless. But on the super attack effect, he greatly raises defense, and causes immense damage to the enemy. So he is a stacker, which is nice. We do love stacking units. Yeah. So his passive, he gets 2 key and 150 to stats at the start of turn. Just saying that immediately, that's incredibly low. He gets an additional 50% attack when performing an attack. He gets an additional 20% attack up to 100%, and reduced damage received by 10% up to 50% per low-class warrior ally attacking on the team. So, right away, if you want to see this guy at his maximum potential, again, you have to be running him on what is essentially a dead team, being low-class warriors. Now, that isn't necessarily a bad thing, because at any given moment, any team can go from being completely dead to top tier. Majin Buu Saga during Golden Week, Special Pose with Topo. I would say what they did with First Form Frieza, but nope. But it is possible. It just really, it takes just one good celebration. We could get, oh gosh, I don't even know, like another Raditz unit. Or like a Turles could get an EZA, like Team Turles, even though they're not on there. You could do something with it, you know what I'm saying? It's not impossible for the category to be good again. And especially getting 50% damage reduction and an extra 100% attack, like those are relevant, but you're really never going to see those on this character unless you're purposely running him on a weak team. He gets an additional 50% attack, and he's super effective against all types up against a Wicked Bloodline category enemy. He launches an additional attack that has a 50% chance of being a super attack with another low-class warrior category ally attacking in the turn. So let's just cut the shit. If you're running this guy on a normal team, he's getting 2 key, 150 stats at the start of turn, and then he's getting 50% attack on when he attacks. Everything else has a restriction. He needs low-class warriors, or he needs to be going up against a Wicked Bloodline character. Outside of that, his base form is a fraud. I know he's stacking defense, he's greatly stacking defense, but his start of turn defense is so low, it's going to take forever for this guy to stack up to get to any sort of, like, relevant point. I don't understand what they were doing. It sucks. This is genuinely bad. Now, he is going to have some utility, so I'm going to give him credit where credit is due. There are going to be 2 difficult events that are not currently on Global Dokkan, which will be coming to Global Dokkan within, like, the next month and a half, 2 months. There will, first of all, be the Legendary Frieza event, which obviously Frieza is a Wicked Bloodline character, so having a difficult content where every single stage is up against a Frieza, that means that for the entire battle, he's going to be getting an extra 50% attack, and he will be super effective against all types. Which is, I mean, that's nice, since he's not getting any offense on his super attack effect, he's just purely getting the defensive raises. That is nice, that is a nice little addition. That means he can actually do some maybe decent damage, for sure. I would have maybe preferred, like, a guaranteed additional super, because Wicked Bloodline, let's be real, Wicked Bloodline, like, I understand Frieza's the most iconic villain, but, like, we haven't had a difficult Wicked Bloodline category enemy since, the Metal Cooler Core in, what was that, 2022? We are far past where that's relevant. They could have certainly cranked that up significantly higher than what they did, but I understand it. And then the other difficult event that we will be getting is the Golden Frieza Red Zone, which is in the movie Red Zone version 2. It is the final stage. Yeah, that's after Beerus. It is the final stage, and we get that when Gogeta and Broly drop, or we get them right before. Because if I recall on JP, the 9th anniversary started the same day that was like part of it. Because I remember I was watching Minato beat Beerus and everything using the double Broly team, and then he went and he tried Golden Frieza and one to go with the same team. So I do recall that. And this was a character who would, again, have just, like, that little bit of extra utility. But genuinely, his base form, this is fraudulent. I don't understand at all. This is just terrible. You're gonna die running this character. Like, look at this kit and then compare what he's doing to Ultimate Gohan, who is guaranteed guarding, can launch 4 supers, can get 4 quad greatly raised stacks, and is also debuffing offensively on his super attack effect, who also has damage reduction on his first turn, the turn where he's definitely his weakest. And then compare this to Bardock, who does nothing. It's a sad tale. I don't fully understand the purpose of this, and he's not even like on Team Bardock or whatever. So like he is on weak teams, but he needs low-class warriors specifically. So again, in a few months' time, if we get like a really good Raditz or a really good like Sand Saga Goku or something, I will be singing a completely different tune, but by then it'll probably be too late for this character. So let's go ahead and talk about his links. So he has the Sand Warrior race, the Sand Lineage, Sand Pride, Family Ties, okay, Experienced Fighters prepared for battle, and wait, what did I say? Yeah, Experienced Fighters prepare for battle, fierce battle. Family Ties. What is Family Ties? Oh, this is like an old link. Okay, so that's completely worthless. Okay. I mean, his link set is pretty generic for a Saiyan character. Experienced Fighter, a lot of like Super Saiyan Gokus have that. Prepare for battle, fierce battle. Those are the 2 most common links in the game, I think. And then Sand Warrior Race, and then Sand Lineage. Sand Pride is like a Vegeta link, I believe. Yeah, a couple of Vegetas are on here. Tora is on here as well. King Vegeta is on here. That's not going to be a super common link that you're going to see activated, I guess. But, I mean, it's not terrible. It's 20% attack. He's not getting a lot of defense on any of his links, though. He's getting 5% there. And he's... Yeah, I mean, his links only give him extra 10% defense, so that's still not very great for this guy. On the bright side, he is on a lot of categories. He is on Resurrected Warriors, Low-Class Warriors, Pure Saiyans, Transformation Boost, Time Travelers, Goku Family, Super Saiyans, Exploding Rage, Revenge, Crossover. Oh yeah, this is because he's from the TV special, that makes sense. Miraculous Awakening, Powerful Comeback, Story Figures, Legendary Existent, and Bond of Parent and Child. So again, he's on a lot of categories, which, like, at first glance, does seem good. Because a lot of these, again, are weaker. Resurrected Warriors is a little bit weak at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. Exploding Rage really hasn't gotten anything in a while. Revenge hasn't gotten anything in a while. Crossover is a category that can always use help. Storage Figures just got a lot of buffs because we now have Fat Boo and everything. But he's stuck on low-class Warriors. And again, for the moment, that really sucks. That really does. Because like the best unit on that team probably is Turles. The physical Turles. And you know what? Just for shits and giggles, I know you guys can't see this, but let's just really quickly like look at this and really see like who is the best. Oh no, 23rd World Tournament Goku. 23rd World Tournament Goku. Yeah, okay. 23rd World Tournament Goku is, I mean, he's decent, but even him, he has struggles in the new difficult content. So I'm not gonna even be like, oh well, never mind. I'm gonna completely change my tune because the category is saved. Not gonna do that. But he does have a transformation, which can be performed from the fourth turn from the start of battle, or if there's a Wicked Bloodline category enemy, you can do that at any point. So, this is now Super Saiyan Bardock, whose super attack effect is an other. It is the Revenge Assault. It greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage to the enemy, and then greatly lowers defense. Greatly lowering defense, that is relevant. There are plenty of difficult content events in the 9th anniversary meta where you are able to debuff both offensively and defensively. So by lowering defense, that means you're able to kill some of these bosses much faster, meaning that they have less opportunities to kill you. That is something that I like. I'm not even going to hold you. That is something that I do enjoy. Now, offensive debuffs is probably a little bit more important, especially since, again, this guy is a little bit of a fraud. But depending on how many stacks you get, like if you're able to keep this guy safe, hypothetically, that could be nice to have. So let's go ahead and delve into his passive. So he gets 3 ki and 180 to stats at the start of turn, an extra 30%. Still not great, but not terrible, I guess. He's super effective against all types, just regardless, which is good. He gets 18% damage reduction. Okay, we're looking a lot better in this form. He launches an additional, which has a 70% chance to be a super. Okay, again, we're looking good. He gets an additional 100% attack when attacking. He has a medium chance to crit and a medium chance to dodge. What? He gets 3 ki, chance to perform a crit, and chance to evade plus 18%, and reduces damage received by 18% for 5 turns from his entry turn. And then he launches a guaranteed super attack, and all attacks become crits when there's a Wicked Bloodline category enemy. What? His transformation state's like actually really good. What? Okay, his passive reminds me of like a very offensive version of the Side Banner King Vegeta. Because they can both get 36% damage reduction, which is decent. But he's actually doing, like, a lot of stuff here. 30% chance crit and dodge, 36% damage reduction, and he gets an extra 18%. Oh, but he loses that. Okay, that is important to remember. That's only for 5 turns. So you definitely kind of want to, like, save this part, but especially, again, if you get some, like, if actually you get some stacks, which might be a little bit hard because the base form Bardock doesn't have a whole lot of additionals built into his passive, which is a bit, little sucky, not gonna lie. But he honestly, this is not bad. This is what his base form should have been, and then his Super Saiyan form should have cranked this up. Like, this is actually, like, a runnable enough character. Again, this really does remind me a lot of that AGL King Vegeta, and I've seen plenty of people use that character to, like, really good amounts of success on, like, a Vegeta-oriented Pure Saiyan team. So, yeah. So, for 5 turns, and 5 turns isn't, like, a short amount of time. So, for 5 turns, 36% damage reduction. On top of that, he has 30% chance to crit, 30% chance to dodge. And then he gets an extra 3 ki. Oh, and he also gets that crit for those turns as well. Okay. So he's got a 48% chance to crit, 30% chance to dodge, and 36% damage reduction for 5 turns. And then again, if you're going up against a Wicked Bloodline category enemy, you're getting a guaranteed additional super. Yeah, this should have been his base form. I honestly don't have any complaints with this. It's actually quite well designed. I mean, I really don't have any complaints. I understand, like, the mindset, though. You want to try to stay in Bardock for as long as possible to stack, but again, he's genuinely just 2 ki 150 to stats at the start of turn. That's not good. That's not. But Super Saiyan Bardock, they actually kind of cooked. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually kind of excited to use this character because he looks like he could be, like, a real asset. And he has no low-class warrior restrictions at all, really. So, I mean, I have seen people obviously run Bardock outside of low-class warriors, because, again, low-class warriors isn't at all relevant. And, again, he's on a bunch of categories that are, like, good. Pure Saiyans right now is really, really powerful. Transformation Boost is powerful because of Broly. Super Saiyans is really good because of the Big Bang Attack Vegeta. I mean, you could run him, I guess, with Fat Boo because of Time Travelers and Legendary Existence and Storage Figures. Powerful comeback. I mean, you could run him with 23rd World Tournament Goku. Yeah. He's actually not bad. I like him. I like him in his transformed state. I do. It's just, I don't understand why they made his first form so weak. Especially considering a lot of other, like, EZAs that we've gotten. Like, again, compare this base form to what Ultimate Gohan does. Compare this to what Exchange Boo. This is worse than the Fat Boost part at the very start. I mean, this is worse than... He literally just has 2 ki and 150 stats. How much is he taking on normals? Like 300k probably? Because enemies, like, their normals at the start of fights can go up to like 600,000 damage, you know? And what, even after this guy's super attacks, he's probably going to be at like, what, 240? Maybe. That's me being super generous because none of his links really give him any defense. And he doesn't have like any guard or damage reduction. He just has to take that shit raw. And he's not going to do it very well. I don't know, maybe if you give him a ton of support, or if you use like an Icarus or something, maybe. But then, yeah, you transform. He doesn't get like a huge stat buff, but he gets so much utility. Now, granted, it's all really low utility. Like 36% damage reduction is really not a lot. He has a less than a 50% chance to crit for the first 5 turns, 48. It's a little bit less than a coin toss. And then 30% chance to dodge. It's not a lot. But it's still something that, like, can be done. He's quite literally doing everything. He has super effective against all types. He has crit. He has dodge. He doesn't have guard. That is the one thing that he does not have in his passive, is guard. And support, I guess. But yeah, I mean, not terrible. Not terrible. And his link set does change slightly. He gets the First Awakened, which is another really old, really bad link. And then he also gets Super Saiyan, which is just another generically good link for Super Saiyan characters or whatever. But yeah, we are going to get this boy EZA'd, and then we'll wrap up the video. Alright, so let's get this boy awakened. But yeah, that's going to be all, guys. Let me know. What do you think about this character? Do you think he's fun? Do you think he is just really, really bad? Like, again, let me know what you think. But yeah, that is going to be all for this time, guys. I've been the Sweet Bro 27. I'm a variety Twitch streamer and an up-and-coming YouTuber trying to make it big in the world. I have a Twitter, a Twitch, a TikTok, and a YouTube, the links of which can all be found in the description of this video. And while you're down there, don't forget to like, subscribe, share me around, and leave me a comment again. Let me know. Opinions about BARDOCK. You ready to use this guy to destroy the legendary Frieza event? Because I know I sure am. But yeah, that's going to be all for now. So as always, I've been the Sweet Bro 27, and I am signing off.